Hello everyone. In this video we will talk about React lifecycle hook and React components lifecycle basically. So let's just first talk what is lifecycle. Imagine your React component as a person. So a person gets born, which we call mounting in React. A person lives and changes, which is basically the component, which means that basically component is updating, and eventually a person dies, which is unmounting in React. Now what is mounting and unmounting? Most of you may already know these topics, but let me just clear up a little bit more. All right, so mounting means the component you created or have written, that component is created along with all the handlers you've written in the component, and the component is added to the DOM. So that's component did mount, or mounting a component means. All right, and there is another hook called component will unmount or unmounting or unmounted. Unmounted is not the name of the lifecycle hook. The main lifecycle hook name is component will unmount. It means that the component is removed from DOM, and all the handlers that were created when the component was mounted, and along with the handlers and all the, if there are any timers, they are cleared. All right, so these are the three main lifecycle hooks, which are component did mount, component did update, and component will unmount. We can use all these three lifecycle hooks in a functional component using useEffect. All right, so let's have a look at our code and try to understand these things. So I have here a very simple React project already created, and you can see I have a app.tsx file, which is the main file loaded. And if I let me first just describe this component code. All right, so there are two use effect, you can see, one for the component did mount and one for the component did update. All right, so I could like write this inside the same use effect, but I just wanted to separate them to show you. All right, so I have two use effects, one for component did mount and another for component did update, where we are passing the count variable in the dependency array, and this dependency array is empty, which means this use effect will only run once when the component is mounted, and this will run when the component is mounted and when the value of count is changed or updated, right? So if I if I click on this UI, like count is in this button, count is 3. 3 is the current value of count. If I click on it, the value will be updated. I have clicked before, that's why it's 3 now, but I will reload it for you, and let me show you my another component, which is test.tsx. Here I have, this is a very basic component, test component, and here I have another use effect where I have two console logs, sorry, console.info. So one is test component mounted. This will be called when the test component will be mounted, and another is test component unmounted. But the thing is, we are returning this callback function from this use effect. So this is how we use component will unmount, or component is unmounted method, the last lifecycle hook using useEffect. Okay, so if I summarize, this is the component did mount, this is component did update, and this is, if I just comment it out, this is component will unmount or component did unmount. Okay, all right, so let's have run the code. Before it, I just want to make a very simple change here, like let me just, can we write this like this, like if show, then I want to write hide, and or I want to write show, right? Okay, so let me if I reload this page, then these two console log will be shown. All right, here. Okay, I have preserved the logs, so let me clear it. And now look, component did mount and component did update. The value of count is 0 now. If I click on count is 0, then the value of count will be increased and only this console will be in the console. All right, so here it is, 1 2 3. Okay, and now if I click on show test component, the test component is here and the test component mounted. All right, you can see that this console log is not here because the test component is still mounted, it is not unmounted. And now if I click on hide test component, you can see that you will see that the test component will be unmounted and we will see this console in the browser console. Okay, so let's try that. If I click here, see, component test component unmounted. So this is how we use lifecycle hooks using useEffect, and this is a very important core concept of React. And you can have several interview questions from this topic, which can be like these ones, like what are the three main phases of React components lifecycle? How can you run code when a component mounts or unmounts in a functional component? When do we return something from the useEffect hook? I hope you understand the topic very well, and this video answers all these questions. Let me know if you have any question, and thank you for watching.